A massive shipment of counterfeit sneakers has been seized by federal customs officers.
Do you make copies? I get phone calls like, do you make copies? Man, copies? What do you mean copies? Like Nikes, the Reeboks, and do you make copies?
Yeah, exactly.
No, I don't.
The widely popular shoemakers have decided to file a case in Delhi High Court against a number of factories and sellers, accusing them of producing and selling replicas of the iconic flat footwear.
How important is genuineness for you? How important is real for you?
Very authenticity. It's the word authenticity. It has to be authentic. Otherwise, it's just anyone can do it.
India is witnessing a surge of counterfeit shoes as fake footwear floods every street and marketplace.
When you see a Rexona being sold somewhere else in front of your eyes, which you know is not your product.
I saw Rexona products being sold in Goa on the street, which I knew weren't ours.
In footwear industry in India, how big do you think the counterfeiting market is?
Billions, like the counterfeiting, the market is, off the charts. It's off the charts.
Wow.
It's the product, like anyone can make a Hawai chappal now.
Exactly.
But for them to keep coming back and for me to survive in this market for more than 65 years, the product has to be something.
Yes. From the bustling streets of Bahadurgarh to souls of millions in India, today we have Upesh Arora, yes, third generation of Rexona Footwear. We will be talking about the journey of Rexona, how they came about, how he's taking this flagship forward, and above all, the problem and menace of counterfeiting in this industry. Yes, counterfeiting is a problem which is huge and every industry is being affected by it. And we would like to know from Upesh how it is affecting the footwear market in India and worldwide with his experience. Welcome, Upesh.
Thank you, sir. Quite an introduction.
Yes, yes. So the thing is, Upesh, you see, counterfeiting is a huge problem. But before we start and touch upon that particular topic, we want to ask from you how the journey of Rexona Footwear, from where it started. We want to really know the inside stories which people don't know and they can't Google it because you are the third generation in the business. I'm sure you'll have something more to tell to the audience about Rexona.
Okay. As you said, I'm the third generation. So this company, Rexona Footwear, started way back in 1958. My grandfather started it. Jalandhar se वैसे हो. Then he came to Delhi, started it. My father joined him very early when he was like 16, 17.
Which year are we talking about?
1958. My grandfather came from Jalandhar, leaving his family. My grandmother died really young. So his two sons and daughters, he left them in Jalandhar with his brothers and their family. So they could be, looked after since my grandmother died really like early in her age. So he came here, started the business on his own, like proper hustling. And then karte, he got into the rubber.
Yeah.
This is the rubber Hawai chappal industry.
Yes.
Not very many people were doing it back then.
Yes.
Only handful of names.
Yeah.
It was us, maybe Relaxo started after us, then Lakhan, Liberty, just Bata and these names. So started in 1958. My father joined him. My Chacha joined him eventually. Then they bit by bit, karte, so they built a good business for us to like join and take it forward. We're trying our best.
Yeah.
So we're trying our best to this competitive market.
Yeah.
So kar rahe hain.
Amazing. Yes.
Yeah.
Hawaii chappal, synonymous with footwear in India, I would say. And there was a time that everybody was wearing it.
Yeah. They still do.
Yeah, they still do. Because you see, a large part of India still is. This is like a staple of every household. So I want to know more from you that you're the younger generation and how it has transitioned from being a normal Hawaii chappal business to something which you have sort of over a period of time redesigned, how you've made changes to this business.
Oh, it's changed a lot, quite a lot. Because back in the day, there used to be just, as you said, footwear was Hawaii chappal, like synonymous. When you say footwear, Hawaii chappal, and those two Hawaii chappal, white and blue, and then the grey and black ones, right?
Yes.
But up, like 200 colors, 300 designs, like every day you have to come up with a new design, new color combination. So in that way, it's evolved a lot, quite a lot, because those two staple designs are just, for the rural areas and the farmers, that kind.
Yeah.
Even two-tier cities, metros, उसमें देखोगे, then it's evolved new colors. It's not like a bathroom slipper anymore.
Yeah, it is not,
It's
yes.
evolved. अब आप ऐसा चाहिए कि जीन्स के साथ भी चल जाएं,
Yeah,
शॉर्ट्स के साथ भी चल जाएं,
Yeah.
मॉल जाना है तब भी पहन लूं, घर में पहनना है तब भी पहन लूं,
Absolutely.
that kind. So it has evolved a lot, quite a lot, with the colors and the designing that's coming up. Plus, the industry in itself has grown,
yes.
right? There's more players. When there's healthy competition, then you come up, you innovate, then you come up with new ideas. Let's push the envelope. Let's see what we can do away from those two basic staple colors and
Yeah.
new designs and new color combination.
Absolutely. But is your market still, does it still demand that, okay, we want, because you've been there for ages in India, and do they still, you still have a dedicated market for the old styles?
Yes, we do.
chappals?
Surprisingly, yes, we do. Still,
Yeah.
Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, जो farmers like
Yeah.
agriculture, they still prefer those simple.
they would
the
not
gray-
want those
They don't want the
PVCs and
soft
stuff,
and no,
yeah.
they don't.
Yeah.
There's still a market. In fact, still 30 to 35% of our entire production is
Yeah.
still those two
Wow.
articles. Those
Yeah.
two, the grey black and the white blue ones.
Yeah.
Yes, it's still 30 to 35%. Yes.
Yeah, of course. And so, when you bring in this new change, how does it affect your business overall? Because, there's a way that you've sort of designed this business initially, and there's a market for it. As you said, that, there's a large part of your business which is still sort of dedicated to those two products. When you bring in these new products, do you see market receiving it well? And which parts of India do you feel, are open to something like that when you have more international options, like maybe, different kinds of brands coming in with canvas and other options? How do you see yourself?
I mean, to address your question, it's not, the market forced us to change. Pehle, only these two articles were made, right? 100% of the production was that.
Yeah.
But we started seeing drop in sales, maybe, different demands, maybe demands from our customers, put in a different color, ek naya color do, do something. It's a demand of the market, so we had to push the envelope. There was new competition in the market. So we had to evolve with time.
Yeah.
Like people in India itself is evolving with time. It has
Yeah.
evolved
Yes.
over the years. So uske saath we had to bring in the changes. The generation change was there.
Yeah.
So we have my generation, my brothers and I, having traveled and seeing the developments outside
Yeah.
of India. So we just thought, and the market was demanding it as well. So we just had to go with the time and change with the times.
As a brand owner, when you develop something over a period of time, let's say in your case, as a new generation, you brought in new designs. Now, how sensitive or possessive, I would say, you are to your design or to your sort of quality of product that you're making. As a manufacturer, how sensitive you are to that?
Very, to be honest, very. Because now the market is it's changing very quickly. Like
Yeah.
every day you have to come up with a new design. You put in so much effort, you put in so much work into a design. It's not overnight.
Yeah.
Aaj decide kiya and straight away it's into the market. No. There's quite a process from conceptualizing a design and hitting the market. There's
Yes.
quite a few
Yeah.
days, weeks, in
Absolutely.
fact.
Absolutely.
So, and it takes time. You become like, you like a design, you get, attached is not like you excited about it, you know what?
Absolutely.
And then you want to put in all your effort, make it, look so nice and, designing and the color combinations and everything. So you get excited about it. But
Yeah.
then again, at the end of the day, it's about the market, right? They
Yes.
accept it, they might not accept it. It happens every now and then.
Absolutely.
Like you really like something, but the market doesn't.
Yes.
So you can't be hung up on it. You just move on.
Now, this podcast is about counterfeiting. So I'd like to change the gears a little and, a question a little away from regular business, which is, how important is genuineness for you? How important is real for you? It could be in business, in personal life, it could be, any sphere of life. Just your answer of how important is genuineness for you?
Very. Authenticity. It's the word, authenticity. It has to be authentic. Otherwise,
Yes.
it's just anyone can do it. We experience it every day in our
Yes.
profession. Every day.
Yeah.
There's a funny story. We made a design. So we try and, do the R&D, make हमारी डाइस बनती है ना mold.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we want to best quality mold, give it a proper love and care. So the product comes out really nice.
Yeah.
So we decided on a design. We gave the order for the dies, but by the time the dies were delivered to us,
Yeah.
let's say it took 3 weeks.
Yeah.
In those 3 weeks,
The design is already
already out, already done and dusted with. So I
Yeah.
spent about 1.5 to 2 lakh rupees on those designs
Yeah.
and never even got around to using those dies. Imagine.
Right.
And they just kept like that.
Yeah, you can't use it now because
I can't
already-
because see, I have uh, I have 150 odd labors, right?
Yeah.
I'm paying all my staff
Yeah.
according to the books and everything. So
Yeah.
the cost lies on the product,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
So let's say my cost was coming to 100 rupees
Yeah.
after that. But in those 3 weeks, that product was selling for 90 already
Wow.
in the market.
Yeah.
And my costing is 100.
Yeah.
So now you do the math, a basic Hawai chappal mein, I'm not even working on 10 rupee margin and there's a
Exactly.
difference of 10 rupees already.
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 Already. This is amazing. So my next question was this only. As a manufacturer of footwear, when you see a Rexona being sold somewhere else in front of your eyes, which you know is not your product.
It's happened.
So how do you feel? I mean, and please share us some real-time stories.
It's happened. It's happened. We were, it was a long time ago. I was in college or school, 11th, 12th or maybe first year, something like that. We were on a school trip in Goa.
Okay.
So we were just, school kids walking around and I saw Rexona products being sold in Goa
Wow.
on the street, which I knew in hours.
Of
The
course.
font was out, the branding was out and all of that. But I couldn't do anything. Like,
course.
I came back, I told my father
Hmm.
and he's like, he just brushed it like, what can we do? Do we go
Yeah.
to Goa now and, search for that vendor?
Yeah.
And it's not like he was manufacturing. He was just a seller. He was just a vendor, right?
Yeah.
Just selling
of
it.
course.
Where he got it from, who's
Yeah.
making it,
Yeah.
the cycle, and he just
Supply
brushed
chain.
it. So I'm
Wow.
thinking,
So I just think that sometimes when I listen to stories like these, and where the old time founders, they would just brush up this
Mhm.
fact. Is there a difference between the new generation and the old ones? Because I just feel that maybe if this was the case in today's time, somebody would actually like to backtrack and see where this supply chain is coming from, who's doing this, having this counterfeiting product in the market. Do you see there's a difference?
there's a big difference in the thinking because now with the social media, all of this, brand is big.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was just about the product more. I think now
Yeah.
it's becoming about the brand more as well. So you have to protect your brand.
Yes.
The copyright laws are, very stronger now.
Yeah.
So you have to, brand is value.
Yes.
So you have to protect your brand no matter what.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. So, in footwear industry in India, how big you think the counterfeiting
Oh.
market is? Yeah.
I mean, billions. Like the
Yeah.
counterfeiting, the market is, off the charts. It's
Yeah.
off the charts.
Wow.
There's a section of markets like in the log market. There's a section of markets that thrives on, that works. That unka kaam hi yahi hai, like
To make-
copies.
Yeah.
They call it copy market. Like
Yeah.
do you make copies? I get phone calls.
Yeah.
Like do you make copies? Man, copies. What do you mean copies? Like Nikes, the Reeboks, and do you
Yeah.
make copies?
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
No, I don't.
So interestingly, in Gurgaon, I was visiting one of the stores, and he's openly specializing in making tiger shoes,
Mhm.
and he says, "You give me a design, I'll make a
Yeah.
tiger shoe." So I was like,
Yes.
"This is happening right in real time."
This is like very common.
Yeah.
Very common. Sadly,
Yeah.
Sadly,
so, yeah.
Sadly, yeah.
But
Because you spend, the companies like, I'm just talking about myself
Yeah.
here.
Exactly.
You spend money on your designing, development. You hire designers. You pay lakhs of rupees to the designers. Coming up with these designs.
Yeah.
That's their job. Like I'm paying lakh of rupees just for designing to come up with a new design, and like before it hits the market, it's already there. So that's just ridiculous, isn't it? Like how do I pay my designer? Like उसके पैसे तो वहीं से आने हैं. Like how do I?
Absolutely.
The entire thing is there's a new design, obviously. Then you sell it hard. That's where you
Yes.
make your money.
Exactly.
So competitive market वैसे ही. So if I'm losing that advantage as well, the first mover
Yeah.
advantage.
Yeah.
So what is left?
Absolutely. Now, I would like to bring this sort of focus to the point where we're talking about counterfeiting as a menace or a problem in India, worldwide rather. So, uh, we talk about a company called We Secure You. It's the company's We Secure You. So the whole idea is that every product that is being manufactured by a manufacturer should have a track and trace and a possibility and an option where if your product is reaching out to the final customer or consumer, you should be able to track the product back to you as a manufacturer. So if you're making a Hawai chappal and if it has a barcode or a QR code, the final consumer can actually track the product back to you that it is a genuine product. If you have something like that as a manufacturer, how secure do you feel and how important do you feel such a technology is?
I mean, it could come in handy. It could be very useful because,
Yeah.
as I said, new designs, you protect your designs. I mean, this exactly does that, right?
Yeah.
So if we've got like, let's say, a QR code,
Yeah.
right, and everyone's got a smartphone now. So
Yes.
I think back in the day that was the problem as well.
Yes.
So now that problem solved. So
Yeah.
yeah, we should make use of that.
Yeah.
Okay, like end customer can like scan it and get the history of maybe the product, the company,
Yes.
how like old the company is, how
Yes.
genuine the product
Everything.
is. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. And India is a place with smart people, right? Now
Very smart sometimes.
you have something to secure a product and they have something to sort of copy that as well.
Yeah.
So like you had a technology like holograms in the past. And
Yeah, but anyone could. I mean, we saw it. Anyone could just print it and
Yeah.
चमकता हुआ sticker चाहिए.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
वो होना चाहिए. So,
How
okay,
can you-
okay,
how-
tested का sticker चाहिए. Yeah,
Exactly.
That really wasn't a solution. I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, because if someone can copy a design,
Yeah.
they could very easily
Copy
copy that hologram as well,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
And it was said that nahi, only certain companies are allowed to make the holograms and
Yeah.
whatnot.
Yeah.
But we've heard that before, right?
Exactly.
So
I mean, every second shop is making shoes.
exactly,
then every
exactly,
second
exactly,
holograms as
exactly.
well.
So that wasn't really a solution for me.
Yeah.
But this, yeah, I've been thinking back of my mind, yeah, this makes sense. Kind
Yeah.
of, with this QR code, your smartphone, everyone's got a smartphone now. So very
Exactly.
easy, like, kuch karna bhi, like, just scan it and
Exactly.
you would know.
Yes.
Yeah.
And data becomes a very important sort of
It's all about
factor,
data now,
yeah.
isn't it?
It's all about data. So as a manufacturer, if you're able to also track and trace that your product is going to be is being used in what parts of India, because the scan will also show you the sort of the geography from where the scan is happening. It also gives you a little sense of for the level of production that you can have.
Yeah,
for the
maybe a
future
stronghold
plans.
where I can, make a good stronghold in the market. That
Yes.
kind as well. Okay, it's doing well there, it's doing well there. Yeah, that can come in handy.
Yeah.
I mean, we can certainly have a conversation about it and think it over and yeah.
Yeah, and also loyalty, because I just feel that you have your own distribution network, right? You have your dealers who are taking products from you, and if they are also sort of in the interim scanning that products and
Yeah.
selling it forward,
Yeah.
then there can also be a loyalty program sort of that
Yeah,
as a
you can-
manufacturer you could run, where
So-
you said, okay, this distribution network.
There's
is
so many
giving us-
things you can do with that, like a simple
Exactly.
scan and make a loyalty program, reward points and
Yes.
whatnot in the other. Yeah, we can all combine that and
Yeah.
then be feasible, certainly.
Of course. So, and and more importantly, interestingly, as the technology evolves every time, as you say, we make newer designs as per the current market. Even in technology like this, there's a technology that VCQRU is now introducing, which is known as Verify. It is one step ahead, where you will have a combination of three aspects on your brand label, where you'll have a QR code, which is like a physical scan you can do, and there's a programming that is done attached with your company's program to authenticate the genuineness of the product. That is one. You could also scratch, the sticker there, and take the sticker close to your eye. With a nanotechnology, you can actually see behind your logo that the product is genuine.
Okay.
So it's a combination of all three that sort of seals the
I mean,
trust.
yeah, it's a very good thing, because now since BIS, the Bureau of Indian Standards, so that's become mandatory for footwears as well now.
Yeah.
So where you have to have a certain, you go through a certain set of standards.
Yeah.
So that not everyone can do that, because that costs money, the testing costs money, because your product has to pass those tests.
Yeah.
Only then the government gives you the BIS, the number,
Yeah.
the BIS standard. Combine that with the the QR codes and the scratching and the the verification thing.
Exactly.
I think it will help solidify authenticity in the market because not to demean anyone, but the choti companies they won't spend that much money because they're
Exactly.
working on very, very thin margins.
Yeah.
So they won't spend that much money on
And
testing.
sometimes I just feel that for them, if their product is being counterfeited, it might just add to their repertoire as well. in a way.
But
I mean, they're getting free publicity as well.
it makes
And they're happy with the margin that you're getting anyway, and they're getting free publicity by having their counterfeited products as well. I just feel, I mean, as a consumer,
No,
I
it
just feel
helps. See, as आपको ज़्यादा and no publicity is bad publicity.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
exactly.
But when it affects financially, like
Yes.
when it affects your sales,
Yes,
your livelihood, basically,
Yeah.
then it becomes a problem.
exactly.
So I can't always be running around in the markets, searching for my counterfeit product. कहाँ पे बिक रहे हैं, कितने बिक रहे हैं,
Yeah.
that kind. I
Yeah.
have to focus, give that time and energy, that attention to developing new products.
Yes,
So this is very counterproductive otherwise.
exactly. And I just feel that once in a product like yours, which is a very consumer-centric product, it's a very price-sensitive
Very.
product that you're running in a very low margin
yeah.
area. For a consumer also, it makes a lot of sense because if they're buying a Rexona,
Yeah.
they want to buy a Rexona, right?
Yeah.
They don't want to buy
I mean,
counterfeit Rexona, right?
That's why we
For a
built the
10
name
rupee
in
less.
60 years. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if it is a 100 rupee chappal,
I mean,
why would they
don't
buy
get me
a-
wrong here. The point is here, it's maybe a 100 rupee chappal for us, right?
Yeah.
But the market we are serving is very low middle class, agricultural, all the farmers, that kind. So 100 rupees spending on a chappal is still a big
It
deal.
is, it
It's
is.
still a big deal.
Yeah, but if that customer is Rexona's loyal customer, I'm
Yeah.
just assuming,
Yeah.
then they will still want to buy a 10 rupee cheaper chappal if it is not Rexona. Will that happen?
I would hope not.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's what we are hoping on. That's what we
Yeah,
build on, right?
exactly.
That's why we made the name in the last 60 odd years, more than 60 years, right?
Yeah.
See, it's the product.
Yes.
It's a product. Like anyone can make a Hawaii chappal now.
Exactly.
But for them to keep coming back and for me to survive in this market for more than 65 years, the product has to be something.
Yes.
So I can do jitni marji branding kar loon, but the product speaks for itself.
Yeah.
If they keep coming back for it, then it means I'm doing something well. Like,
Absolutely.
So yeah, product has to be the star.
Absolutely. So I have a very interesting question for you.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned your company is 65 years old, started by your grandfather, right? And you have virtually hundreds of designs that you have under your flagship, thousands of.
Yeah.
Now, has the company taken any measures yet to have any kind of a technology that you use by which your customer or consumer can check the authenticity of the product? Anything like that you've done so far?
Not really. I wish we had a funny story, but we were on the receiving end of this.
Okay.
I mean, so back in the day, we used to make a product. So only 2 or 3 companies used to make that. I'm not going to name names here. So there was a certain component of that product which made that product distinguished, like different from other normal Hawaii chappals. So we didn't even. ये पहले podcast हुआ था. Had we known that we could secure the that design and then we would have dived into that idea, but we didn't. Old school mentality, old school thinking. अच्छा लगा, product की demand थी, make it. That's how it is. That's how it was.
Yeah.
So we were making it. It was doing very well because since we thought we were the only ones doing it, so a new company started making the same product, but they were smarter than us. They registered that product, copyright issued. So we were on the receiving end of it. So we had to stop making that product. Having started making that product, like we being first in the market, first mover advantage, we had that, but we didn't secure it. So we paid the price.
Yeah.
So we had to stop making that product. We lost quite a big chunk of market.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
one is to have the product and copyright it and secure the design, and then also to make sure that is being communicated to your customer.
Of
So
course.
we come in at a point, or we secure you come in at a point where that copyrighted product or the design that you have now should be known to the
It's
customer.
just the extension of
is
that,
the
right?
Extension
of it, right?
That you're getting the genuine product.
Yeah. So that's the beauty of it. Like you've done the hard work,
Yeah.
but now you have to tell the people that we've
Yeah.
done the hard work, right?
Yes.
We've copyright hai.
Huh.
So how do I tell them?
Yes.
I have to tell them. So that's where you come in. Like V Secure comes in. Like you know
Yes.
what, you've done the hard work, and you know it's all there in front of your eyes to see and authenticate yourself.
Yes.
So yeah, that's an extension of it, and that's a very, very good product.
Now, when you said product has to be star closing lines on that product has to be secured, right?
Of course,
And
only then it can be a star.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when you have a star, a technology like this,
You have to secure it. Of course, you have to.
yes,
You have to secure your stars, man. Otherwise, there's nothing left then.
yes.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for being
No problem.
on our
Thank you
show,
for having me.
because this show talks about authenticity. This show talks about trust, and what better to have you on our show?
Thank you very
With a
much.
65 years of legacy.
Yeah,
See, holding a trust of your people for 65 years is not an easy job.
it's not.
You're still doing it and doing it so well.
Thank you
And
very
I'm happy
much.
that, you know, the newer generation is open to this idea of securing their
Yeah,
brands
most
and
definitely.
the identity of the brands,
Most definitely.
and taking this legacy forward.
Most definitely.
Thank you for being on our
Thank
show.
you for having me. Thank you.
As we wrap up this interesting podcast, we realize that companies like Rexona Footwear are not just walking the path, they are actually paving it. And their designs need security. We have companies like We Secure You doing exactly the same by not just protecting but also creating possibilities.